How y'all doing? Sunday in Las Vegas, coming down Sahara Boulevard here. But as you can see, there's a stratosphere coming up there, ways off in the distance there. Woo! Beautiful day, 55 degrees. At any rate, you know, I thought I'd take a little time out and talk about the Tupac Shakur murder down by the MGM Grand. Tupac and Suge Knight and a lot of their crews were basically seeing the Bruce Seldon and Mike Tyson fight at MGM Grand earlier in the evening. And after coming out of the sporting event at MGM Grand, one of the guys in their entourage noticed a guy in the lobby that he recognized from LA who started a fight with him in a Foot Locker. At that point, Suge and Tupac jumped in. They all jumped the guy and beat the hell out of him. And then they went back to Suge Knight's club down on Flamingo Avenue. It was called Club 662, which, from what I can gather, you know, I'm certainly not an expert on all the gang stuff, you know, the Crips and the Bloods, but certainly Tupac was affiliated with some of those characters back in those days, which was kind of a big deal. I remember very well. But what I'm gonna do basically, and I'm gonna do a little stop and pull because there's a lot of traffic today. There's MGM Grand right there. I'm gonna flip a U right here, and we're gonna go down, head down towards Club 662. Now, some of the dialogue that I've read is that after the shooting, Suge, who was driving a 1996 BMW, Tupac was sitting in the passenger seat. They somehow limped it all the way back to the street after this stoplight called Harmon. Now, whether or not that is where indeed they were stopped, I'm not sure, but that's what I've read. Okay, we have Flamingo Avenue, right across the street from Caesar's Palace. Now, by all reports, Tupac and Suge Knight were coming down this way towards Suge's nightclub, Club 662, down here on 1700 East Flamingo Avenue, and they stopped at a stoplight on Covell, which is the stoplight after this one. And they were in this lane, heading east on Flamingo. Now, they were heading back to 662, and then they were going to change cars and go all the way back to the MGM Grand, where supposedly it would appear that they were staying. Now, right on this street, right at this light, Tupac pulled up right here, and a couple of girls pulled up in a car right next to them right here. Now, a Cadillac, a cream or white colored Cadillac, pulled up right about over here. Tupac was sitting here in the passenger side, and he was shot 4 times, and apparently they even got a flat tire. If you look at this pole over here, it's just covered in Tupac Shakur stuff, you know. kind of an homage. But that was on the way back, and somehow, according to reports, Suge Knight turned around. He must have went down that street, and he limped it all the way back around the other side to MGM Grand. I'm not sure what he was doing, but it sounds like the police were kind of actively chasing them, trying to get Suge to pull over. And eventually he did on Harmon Avenue and Las Vegas Boulevard, which is a strip. Now we're just heading down to Club 662. This is the site of Club 662. Here, come around, get a better shot. This is it. This is Club 662. Welcome. This is basically where Suge Knight and Tupac were headed for. Suge Knight's own particular club. He owned this place, Bumpin' Nightclub, back in 1996. It was empty for many, many years, but large parking lot, as you can see. Yeah, and this is it. Anyway, hope everybody's having a lovely Sunday. Captain Borax reporting from Las Vegas. This sign here for a long time had cards up on it. 662. This is 1700. There you go. Adios.